All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are jumping right into the engine room of Scrum. We're going to break down the 5 core events that really make the whole thing work.
You know, the Scrum Guide itself gives us this fantastic way to think about it. These events, they aren't just a bunch of meetings you have to go to. Think of them as the actual heartbeat of your project, a steady, predictable rhythm that keeps everything alive, in sync, and moving forward.
And what's the point of this heartbeat? Well, it's all about creating these specific, dedicated moments for the team to do 2 absolutely crucial things: inspect what they're doing, and then adapt their plan based on what they find. This constant little cycle of check and adjust, that's the secret sauce for making everything transparent and keeping the project on the rails.
So let's kick things off with the first and maybe the most fundamental event of all. It's called the sprint, and honestly, the best way to think about it is as the container that holds everything else we're going to talk about.
A sprint is what we call a time box. Fancy word, but all it means is a fixed length period of 1 month or less. And that short duration is so important. It creates focus, it limits risk, and it really pushes the team to deliver a genuinely usable piece of the product in a super short cycle.
Now, these aren't just random rules. They create what's like a fortress of focus for the team. A consistent length gives you a predictable rhythm. Having no breaks in between means you never lose momentum. And this is key. Protecting the goal and the quality means the team can actually commit to something and deliver it without getting pulled in a million different directions.
Okay, so how does a sprint actually begin? It kicks off with the very first event inside of it, sprint planning. This is where the team gets together and charts the course for the journey they're about to take.
Take a look at the participants here, the entire team. This is a huge deal. This isn't some manager just handing out assignments from on high. Nope. It's a collaborative planning session. And that time box, a max of 8 hours for a month-long sprint, it makes sure they're efficient. Get in, make a solid plan, and get out so you can start building. So what do they start with? The main input for this meeting is the product backlog. You can think of this as the master wish list for the product. It's got everything that could possibly be done, all ordered by what's most important right now.
And what does the team walk out with? They leave with their plan. This has 2 parts. The sprint backlog, that's the specific list of things they've committed to deliver, and maybe most importantly, the sprint goal. That's a single, clear objective that gives the whole sprint a real sense of purpose.
The entire planning meeting, really, it just boils down to answering 2 simple but vital questions. First, the team looks at that big wish list and figures out, okay, what can we realistically deliver in this sprint? Then, they figure out how they're actually going to get that work done. What and how? That's the heart of sprint planning.
So the plan is set, and now the daily rhythm of the sprint begins. This brings us to the daily scrum, which is the most frequent beat in the project's heartbeat.
15. That's the number. The one number you have to remember for this event. This meeting is strictly time-boxed to 15 minutes. It's not a long, drawn-out status report. It's a quick, focused sync-up for the team doing the work.
And notice who's there. This meeting is for the development team, and it's run by the development team. It's their time to get on the same page about how they're tracking towards that sprint goal and to make a plan for the next 24 hours, all without any outside noise.
The classic way to structure this is with these 3 questions. But it's not about reporting status, it's about making commitments to your teammates. And that last question is the most critical. It's about immediately raising your hand the second something is slowing the team down so it can get resolved.
All right, let's fast forward. The team's been working hard all sprint, building stuff. Now it's time for the sprint review. This is kind of like the big show and tell moment.
The whole point here is to inspect the actual thing the team built, the increment, and get real-time feedback on it. And look who's in the room. Stakeholders. They're right there with the team. This is what turns it from a boring demo into a live collaborative session where the future of the product gets decided.
So in the review, the team shows what they actually finished. The product owner makes it clear what meets that done definition. But the real magic happens next. The entire group, everyone, talks about what to do next. That immediate feedback right there in the room is absolute gold.
And here's the tangible result. The meeting ends with a newly revised product backlog. That amazing feedback doesn't get lost in an email chain. It gets captured right away, directly influencing what the team might work on next.
It ensures the product is always evolving based on real, fresh input.
We are almost at the end of the cycle. After the review, but right before the next sprint starts, the team holds the final event, the sprint retrospective. If the review is about looking outward at the product, the retrospective is about looking inward at the team and their process.
This is the team's chance to inspect itself. It's a built-in moment to pause and reflect, not on what they built, but on how they built it. How did we work together? What could we do to make our lives easier or be more effective? This is the meeting where good teams become truly great teams.
The discussion can cover the whole shebang: people, relationships, processes, tools. But this is not a complaint-a-thon. The team figures out what went well, what didn't, and, this is the most important part, they create a real plan for at least one improvement they're going to try in the very next sprint. It's all about taking action, not just talking.
So there you have it. The sprint is the container, and inside you have the 4 events: planning, the daily scrum, the review, and the retrospective. A steady, repeating rhythm that's all designed for one thing: continuous improvement. So the question I'll leave you with is this: now that you know this rhythm, how could putting this kind of heartbeat into place change the way your team gets things done?